Oh, that's so annoying! Terrible. I hate this so much. No. Welcome back to Josh and Kristie Stealing the Internet. I'm Kristie.
And I'm Josh. We've got some more great Reddit stories for you today, so let's dive right in.
Am I the asshole for expecting my ex-girlfriend to move out after she broke up with me, even though she has nowhere else to go?
I mean, somebody's got to move out, right? But that is the awkward problem of living with somebody when you break up with them.
Yeah, you gotta find new housing ASAP.
Somebody does. It's like you're playing some kind of weird relationship chicken.
I, 27 male, have been with my girlfriend Megan, 26 female, for 4 years, and we've lived together for 2 of them. We live in a house I inherited from my grandmother. Megan quit her job a while ago to pursue her master's degree full-time since her bachelor's wasn't opening any doors. I've been supporting her financially and emotionally while she's been in school.
Okay, I mean, at that point, it's pretty obvious that Megan's the one that needs to move out, right?
To be clear, I never resented that. I wanted to support her goals and was proud she was pushing forward in life. Her program is intense, and she's even taking summer courses. I work full-time and also take care of the house, which means some things slip through the cracks. I cook, clean, and try to keep things in decent shape. It's not perfect, but I genuinely don't think it's bad. I'd comfortably have friends over without worrying about the place looking or smelling off. I'm not an amazing chef, but I know my way around the kitchen. But yeah, they're mostly basic dinners. So he's working full-time and taking care of all the house while she just does school.
I mean, master's is tough, but it sounds like she's gonna start complaining, and if she's gonna start complaining, you're both doing full-time things already. Help.
The past couple of months have been hard. Megan's stress levels have been through the roof, and tensions between us have grown. She's been unhappy with how I clean or cook, saying I don't meet her standards. I get that she's overwhelmed, but I feel like nothing I did was ever enough. I still tried to be patient and supportive, but things hit a boiling point and we had a big argument.
It sounds like Megan maybe needs to meet her own standards.
Right? I was like, he's already working full-time and supporting you financially. If you're not happy with the way he's cooking and cleaning, maybe you need to step up and help with those a little bit.
Right.
Megan broke up with me. It hurt, but I honestly think it was for the best. We were clearly not making each other happy anymore, so what was the point anymore? Here's the problem. Now that we're no longer together, I think it's fair for her to move out. She doesn't agree.
Okay.
She says that she has nowhere else to go and that if she's forced to leave, she'll have to drop out of her program. Her mom and stepdad live the RV life, and she doesn't have friends who can take her in. She did receive a decent amount of money from her own grandmother when she passed, but she used most of it to cover her tuition. I know she wasn't blowing it, it really did go to school, but now she's tapped out and stuck.
It sounds like Megan needs a student loan.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like she doesn't have one yet.
I get that this situation sucks, and I don't want to see her crash and burn, but I also don't feel like I should have to keep living with someone who broke up with me. I've already given her 45 days to figure something out, even though legally I'm only required to give her 30. She's now trying to say she wants to work things out, but to me it feels more like panic and desperation than a genuine desire to fix the relationship. I don't hate her, but I don't think it's healthy for either of us to keep living together in this limbo. So, am I the asshole for expecting her to move out after she broke up with me?
No, not even a little. I can't imagine the level of entitlement it takes to break up with someone and then still want to live in their house.
For free.
For free, right? Like you're getting free food and rent.
Yeah, she had it made. Someone supporting her while she was doing her master's degree. And she just blew it.
Over such a little thing.
Yeah, you're not cleaning well enough.
Yeah.
Like, he's working full-time and doing the best he can.
It sounds like Megan needs to have been doing more chores. Honestly, if you're getting free food and rent, I'm sorry that you have to put in a little extra work at home.
Yeah, I mean, I get that you're busy doing your master's, but you gotta do something to, be a partner in this relationship.
I feel like I should have discussed that more, but it's so cut and dry.
NTA. She ended the relationship. That comes with consequences, like moving out of your house. Compassion is one thing, but you're not obligated to provide free housing to an ex who chose to walk away. 45 days is more than generous.
Yeah, 45 days is very generous. I respect the fact that she didn't just stay with you for free room and board.
Well, now she's trying to.
Now she's trying to, I guess, but... yeah, I mean, she at least needs to move out and then be like, hey, maybe we need to work it out. Otherwise, it does come across as I don't want to give up my meal ticket.
Okay, someone's quoting, "She's been unhappy with how I clean or cook, saying I don't meet her standards." And then they say, "The gall of someone to exist because of someone else's charity and then bitch about how they give it. You're not the asshole, but she's an enormous one, and you're good to be rid of her. Kick her out after 30 days like the law requires. She probably should have thought of this before breaking up with her meal ticket."
Right? Yeah, saying you don't meet the standards of a college student. Like, college students barely have standards. I know she's master's and technically...
Well, it sounds like she has her bachelor's. It wasn't opening any doors, so it might be a few years later, and she's going for her master's.
Still.
But still, yeah, she's in her 20s probably. Oh, yeah, 26. She's 26.
Yeah.
Going to college, and he doesn't meet her cleaning standards.
Sounds like Megan needs to get a part-time job and hire a maid. I don't know what to say. Am I the asshole for telling my husband's stepsister that we'd no longer be going on holiday with her and his step-siblings ever?
What did the step-siblings do that you were so adamantly against ever going on vacation with them again? I mean, it might be an overreaction, but maybe it's justified. Tell me what's going on.
My husband's parents are divorced, so he has step-siblings. A stepsister and one stepbrother from my mother-in-law's second marriage. He also has one sister who I love and get along great with. Every year, the siblings take at least one vacation together. To them, it's probably considered a tradition, and it's been very clear in the few months we've been married that his step-siblings intend to continue that tradition regardless of how I feel about it. This is an assumption, but I feel like they partly want my husband there because he either pays for it or has access to my father-in-law's vacation homes. The reason I want to put a stop to it is because I don't like his stepsister or his stepbrother's wife. My husband didn't introduce me to his mother's side of the family until after he proposed, and from the start, his stepsister and stepbrother's wife were very frosty and standoffish with me.
Okay, not meeting part of the family till after the proposal is a little bit of a red flag. What's wrong with these people?
Gotta hide them.
You gotta hide them.
I have no idea why they dislike me, but I got the vibe that they were hoping/expecting our relationship to fizzle out. Now they're a bit nicer to me, but I know they're not my type of people, and I prefer his sister and his father's side of the family. The idea of having to spend minimum one vacation a year with them makes me feel so much dread, and I'm not going to force myself to do that.
I mean, kind of fair. You don't want to be miserable on your vacation, but I don't know if you can tell your husband he's not allowed to see his siblings or step-siblings. You know, you can't control who your husband sees.
Especially his siblings, right?
Yeah.
He's stuck with them.
Yeah, you can't, try and isolate your husband from his family. That's not cool.
His stepsister informed me a few days ago that we'd be going to Greece in August. Honestly, the way she told me instead of asking me really rubbed me the wrong way, so I told her we wouldn't be going on holidays with her or his step-siblings going forward.
Okay, she's just making a unilateral decision for them as a couple. We're not going. She didn't even check with her husband first to see what his opinion on this matter is. I do not like this lady. She is controlling, and it's kind of leaning towards abusive, I think.
She asked me if my husband had said that, and I told her no, that I was telling her that's how things will be going forward. I know I should have spoken to my husband first, but he knows his step-family haven't been the most welcoming, and I said it in the heat of the moment.
Yeah, I was like, you gotta discuss this with your husband first. I hate people who just unilaterally make decisions for the couple, by themselves without discussing it with their partner. It really rubs me the wrong way.
Yeah, there are times when you have to make a unilateral decision, and this probably wasn't one of them.
It was not.
His stepsister essentially told me, his wife, that I couldn't make that decision for him, and that I didn't need to come on the vacation, but my husband definitely would. I was pretty angry at this point, so I told her he wouldn't go if I asked him not to, which is true, but I think it's made it easy for my stepsister to turn my mother-in-law against me. My sister-in-law is siding with me, but I'm pretty sure my mother-in-law doesn't like me very much anymore.
Wonder why?
My husband agreed he wouldn't go if I didn't want to, but he thinks I should have spoken to him and let him handle the conversation because now I look like the bad guy when I should have let him take the blame. Am I the asshole?
Yeah, you're the asshole. First, I don't like that you're putting your husband in the position of choosing between you and his family over they just are not very welcoming. They haven't done anything specific, horribly mean. They're just a little frosty, she said. They haven't done anything that was, horrific and worthy of cutting them off. And she's like, nope, we want to cut you out of our lives.
Yeah, that's all she said, is that they were a little frosty when they first met. And she has a suspicion that they like to go with the husband too because he has access to his father's villas or whatever.
Yeah.
But, like, sure. I'd like that, too.
Yeah.
I bet wife likes that.
If sibling or step-sibling is rich and has connections and doesn't mind sharing them, yeah, I'd be taking advantage of that.
There's no point where she says anything that implies...
I just don't like that she's trying to control her husband's relationship with his family.
Right.
Like, stay out of it. If you don't want to go, you don't have to, but don't try and isolate your husband from his family. That's just not cool and is very controlling and abusive. I do not like that at all. Imagine if this was a guy telling his wife that she couldn't see her family.
Yeah.
Like, everybody would be screaming abuse. Nope. She's an asshole.
To be fair, when you get down to the comments, everybody is screaming that.
Okay.
that you can't isolate him from the husband. She's an asshole, according to Reddit.
Okay. Any interesting comments?
Let's go with the top comment. You're the asshole. Your husband is right. You should have spoken to him and agreed together how to handle this. Instead, you just started a fight where, frankly, there was no reason for one. Your stepsister doesn't need to turn your mother-in-law against you. You're speaking for her son without consulting him, being rude to his stepsister. Yeah, no shit, she wouldn't like you much after that.
Yeah, what was she expecting? Like, this isn't going to improve her relationship with those in-laws. Like, so what was her plan? Just to cut them off completely and her husband's never allowed to see them ever again? Just cut them out of their lives?
It sounds like it.
Because this is not the way, this is not going to improve the relationship. She's an asshole.
She wants to just hang out with the father's side. Those are her people.
Yeah. Because apparently that's the rich side. She doesn't like these poor paupers trying to horn in on their rich relatives. Stay in the lower classes where you belong.
She just calls them not my type of people.
Lower class.
Yeah.
They're not rich.
Yeah, and then one more comment. You're the asshole. You don't have to go, but you don't get to dictate what he does with his family. If he wants to go, he gets to go. This entire post is about you not getting along with them. There's nothing in there to indicate that they are treating you unfairly, and nothing saying your husband does not get along with them and enjoy the trip. They just rubbed you the wrong way, and you decided that he doesn't get to go because of that. That's a big no.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I get that you maybe don't like your in-laws, but let your husband still be civil with them.
I don't believe in policing your spouse's relationships with their family unless, like, they are extremely toxic and you need to get a restraining order, you know?
Right.
Like that kind. If it's not to that level, you can cut them off. Just let your spouse deal with them how they want to deal with them.
It's not like they're borrowing money or anything.
No.
Hey, if you've made it this far into the video, consider subscribing to our channel. It lets us know that you like what we're doing, and we should keep making fun videos like this for you.
Am I the asshole for dating my ex-girlfriend's sister after she cheated on me?
I don't know. That kind of sounds like asshole behavior. Like, it seems a little off limits, but also she cheated on you, so what? You know what?
Yeah. Normally,
yeah,
your ex's siblings are off limits, but she cheated on you.
She did, but then do you want her as a sister-in-law?
No.
So it's like, I feel like you might not be an asshole, but you're not looking far enough ahead.
Yeah. I, 28 male, was with my ex-girlfriend Lena, 27 female, for about 3 years. We had what I thought was a solid relationship. Lived together, talked about marriage, the whole deal. Around 6 months ago, I found out she was cheating on me with a coworker. I was devastated. She didn't even try to deny it. Said she felt stuck and needed something exciting. Cool. Obviously, we broke up. I moved out, went no contact, tried to move on. Her family was actually really supportive of me, especially her younger sister Kayla, 25 female, who I always got along with. She reached out to check in on me a few times, and over the next couple of months, we started talking more. At first, just as friends. But honestly, we clicked. She was easy to talk to, funny, kind, and she saw how hurt I was. Eventually, it turned into more. We both fought it at first because, yeah, it's complicated. But after a couple of months, we decided to give it a real shot. We've been officially dating for 3 months now, and it's been amazing.
Traded her in for a younger model.
Yup. Here's where the drama starts. Lena found out last week. She went ballistic, called me a disgusting traitor, said I'm ruining their family, and told Kayla she's dead to her. Some of her friends have even messaged me saying it's beyond disrespectful and that I'm a snake. Now, from my perspective, I didn't cheat. She did. She ended the relationship. I moved on. Just not in the way she expected.
Right.
I guess. Kayla and I were both adults about it, and we tried to be respectful. So, am I the asshole?
I don't know. This is such a tough one. I'm leaning towards everybody sucks here.
Little sister obviously had a crush on big sister's boyfriend the whole time because she moved in fast.
She just jumped on that opening. Okay, so obviously ex-girlfriend sucks for cheating.
Yeah.
That's a easy one. I'm not sure that's relevant to the question, but it's an easy one.
Mm-hmm.
Little sister sucks a little for going after her sister's ex, even if they broke up and it was her fault.
Yeah, like, I don't think I would do that to anyone I liked.
No.
Just date their ex if they weren't okay with it,
You're putting that relationship in a lot of jeopardy.
Uh-huh.
And I get that you're both adults and that you fought it. I'm sure you fought it very hard.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still a little bit of a dick move, and you're welcome to go for it, in my opinion, but I really think you need to be aware that everyone's going to call you a douche.
Yeah, you are not going to get a high approval rating on this relationship from the general public because dating your ex's sibling is weird.
You got a type.
Oh, apparently.
You clearly have a type.
Top comment, bold of her to call you the disrespectful traitor.
Yeah, that's true. That was a hell of a thing to call him.
Nice. Then when this one cheats on you, fuck their dad next. I mean, siblings are an awful lot alike sometimes. You be questioning what in their upbringing taught them that it's okay to cheat. Did the little sister get that too? Does she feel that way?
I mean, she at least felt like...
Stealing her sister's boyfriend was okay. I question her morals.
Right? I don't know. The whole situation seems like it seems sticky. It seems like a sticky situation. Like...
Some people are saying you're the asshole to yourself. Staying in the family is likely asking for a headache.
That is a good way to put it.
Yeah. Just be prepared. You won't be attending any family events with Kayla's side of the family. Kayla is going to face a lot of family drama. This is going to be messy.
Exactly. Yeah, you got to be prepared to the fact that you're the bad guys. I'm sorry.
If you like her enough to be okay with, like, being seen as maybe not the best people because it's weird that you're dating your ex's sister and not seeing her family as much because her family's probably not going to be okay with it. If you're okay with all that and think that Kayla is worth it, then I guess you must really like her and good for you.
Yeah.
Wish you the best.
Best of luck.
Another comment. But honestly, we clicked. Yeah, because she's very similar to the girlfriend whose company you enjoyed up until the point you found out she was cheating.
That and you knew her for a while.
Yeah. Siblings are very likely to behave similarly to each other. NTA, but still almost certainly making a mistake.
Am I the asshole for letting my sister go thirsty through an entire meal?
I'm so confused. Why is the sister thirsty and not getting a drink? I mean, if you're being a bad host, you're hosting her at your house and you just didn't offer her a drink ever, then yeah, maybe, but otherwise no. Why didn't your sister just ask for a drink?
My sister does this thing where she'll just say something she wants with the expectation that someone will do it for her. For example, if she wants the AC turned on, instead of asking someone to turn it on for her, she'll keep repeating things like, "Oh, isn't it super warm in here? Does anyone else feel really hot?" Or, "I heard that today is a super hot day." And if someone asks her if she wants the AC turned on, she'll reply with, No, I'm good. But if you're hot, then you should turn it on."
I already hate this late person. Oh, that's so annoying! Oh my god. No, just get up and turn the AC on yourself! What the fuck? This is so, like, I don't even, what do you call it? It's not passive aggressive. It's like, I don't
know the word for it.
What is the word
awful.
for it? It's terrible. I hate this so much. No. Okay.
Anyways, last weekend it was my birthday, so my family and I went out to celebrate. During the meal, she kept making comments implying that she wanted another cocktail, but wouldn't order it. The waitress even came by and asked if we needed anything. But she didn't order a drink even when we all did. I could tell she was agitated at that point, but it was my birthday, so I just ignored her.
You're a fucking an adult. Order your own drink. I mean, she's obviously old enough to drink. So she's in her 20s at least. I don't know if they said her age.
No, I don't think they did. But
if she wants a cocktail, she's in her 20s. Man up and order your own drink. You're not a child with your parents ordering for you.
When we all got home, she got really snippy and said that it was super rude that we all got our own drinks and didn't order one for her.
I think it'd be rude if you did order one for her. Be like, oh, and she'll have this. And be like, well, how do you know that's what I want, bitch? I'm sorry, I'm swearing a lot because I'm so mad about this one.
Yeah, it's like the opposite of the guy being like, and she'll have a salad.
Yeah. I would be mad if someone just ordered me something. What if, like, oh, I'm so thirsty. Do you want some water? No, I don't. Well, how do you know what she wants? She won't say it.
She's probably sitting there like,
I bet this appletini sounds delicious. Oh, look at this. This one looks tasty.
Yeah.
Look at this cocktail.
You would totally love this. You should have another appletini. When we all got home, she got really snippy and said that it was super rude that we all got our own drinks and didn't order one for her. My brother and I brought...
Nobody ordered me a drink.
I already read that sentence. You just won't let me move on. My brother and I brought up that she said no when the waitress asked. But she said that wasn't the issue. In her opinion, we should have known to order her a drink too, because everyone else got one, and the fact that we let her go thirsty was inconsiderate, and that in the future, we ought to order her drinks too. She also said that she was only saying no to the waitress because her family should have taken care of her. Her words, not mine.
She's so self-centered. She wants everyone to cater to her like she is a queen and just know what she wants and rush to give it to her without her having to ask for it to prove how much they like her. And I really hate her for this.
The three of us have been kind of arguing back and forth about it, and I'm just getting tired of fighting, so I wanted to get some more opinions on whether or not I should have ordered her a drink as well.
No, you shouldn't have.
You kind of gotta grow up and order your own drinks.
Yeah, I would be turning this all around on her every time, and every time she's like, I'm really thirsty, I'd be like, then order a fucking drink. And I would be getting mean about it and telling her to do her own thing. It's really hot in here. Then go turn on the AC yourself. Every time she complained about something, I tell her that she needs to do something about it.
It's such a hot day. I feel like I need a drink.
Go get one. You're an adult. You got 2 working legs.
Let's go with the top comment. Not the asshole. I think it would actually be considered rude to order someone another cocktail after they specifically told the waitress no.
Yes! That's what I'm getting. It's like, it's so rude to order something for another adult when they have said that they don't want it or something, or
Right.
like they haven't specifically asked
Especially alcohol.
for it. Yeah. Here, let me get you drunk.
Right? If I say I'm not drinking anymore, but someone orders me another drink anyway, I would be annoyed that they decided they knew better about my alcohol consumption than I did. And then somebody replied, I agree, but next time I dined with that sister, I would ask for a pitcher of water to be put in front of her. Thirsty equals water.
Yes.
When learned helplessness, weaponized incompetence, and entitlement collide. Not the asshole.
Yeah, it's like entitlement. And like, she wants everyone to have their attention so centered on her, they notice her every whim and desire and rush to give it to her.
Right? Got some serious main character symptoms. That's pretty much everyone's agreeing. You're not the asshole, your sister's insane.
I don't know if I could stand to be around someone like that. Because I'd start getting mean with it. And then I would make me so crabby every time. I'd just be crabby all the time and mean to them. And then I would hate myself because I'd hate it when I'm crabby. So I would just not hang out with that person anymore because it turns me into a mean person and I don't like that.
I mean, it is your sister, so you gotta kind of break her of the habit.
Yeah, I guess you're allowed to be meaner to your siblings than to other people.
Because you're not allowed to just ditch them over something so small.
Is that something small?
It's a small thing continuously.
Yeah, I was like, it is a big personality flaw that is continuous and annoying. Yeah.
It's not a big thing. It's just one needle constantly being twisted in your arm.
Am I the asshole? My fiancé is demanding I stop making home-cooked meals for a friend.
Is it becoming like a budget issue? I feel like if fiancé is just saying you have to stop making them because they're jealous that you're giving attention to this friend, then you're not the asshole. Otherwise, I can think of a lot of reasons why it's a legitimate request, though. So let's hear more info.
I, 27 male, am very passionate about cooking. I'm not a professional chef by any means, but it's one of my favorite hobbies. I love the act of creating food, but sharing it is what's really special to me, whether it's something I've made or a nice meal at a restaurant. My girlfriend, 27 female, is pretty picky. She won't even touch a majority of the things I cook or split most of the meals at restaurants. And that's fine. It's the way she's been reacting to other people enjoying my food that bothers me. A good friend of mine, Jace, 34 male, is a truck driver. I don't get to see him as often as I would like, but when he comes home, I always make it a point to feed him well.
At first, I was wondering if there was it was a female friend, but it's not even like a gender that you're attracted to.
No, it's a guy. Assume. It's a guy feeding his guy friend because his girlfriend doesn't like the food that he likes cooking.
Yeah, and he likes cooking, so shove it in this trucker.
Truckers will appreciate the food.
Yeah.
It's fun for me to plan. It's also really fulfilling in a way. It makes me feel this sense of warmth making something for him. I know that being on the road so much can be tough, so when he's here, I want him to feel grounded and at peace. Basically, I'm giving this man all the comfort food. Jace is always so appreciative and makes jokes about coming home to his wife.
Yeah, I was gonna say, the way you wrote that paragraph made me feel like you're like a stay-at-home wife for Jace.
He should be back home in just a few days, and I mentioned to my fiancé that I had a whole menu planned. She got upset and basically told me that she didn't like how I went above and beyond for him. I've held my ground and said it's important to me, but her comments have started feeling a little less aimed at her own discomfort and more so just derogatory towards me. Am I the asshole for wanting to keep cooking for him?
I gotta say, from the information you gave me, it kind of sounds like you're having an emotional affair with Jace.
Right? That's what I thought too. I was like, him and Jace are bonding over food so much that it's almost like an emotional affair, and yeah.
I'm not saying you can't, but you are getting you're almost getting weirdly into this. Like, hey, go date Jace. I'm not judging. I don't know. You might be a bit of the asshole here. It sounds like you're maybe putting more effort into your time with Jace than your girlfriend.
Mm-hmm. Like, I kind of feel that too. Like, he's doing all this special stuff for Jace, and his girlfriend doesn't like his cooking, but is there anything special besides cooking that he's doing for her?
Right.
Is he putting any time into their relationship, like the amount of time that he's putting into cooking for Jace?
Not from the information presented.
From the information we have, no.
It sounds like he said, like, she doesn't really like food, so I just give her the basics. Like, I handed her a peanut butter sandwich, and then I went and made oysters and strawberries for Jace.
Top comment, it's probably not so much the food. It sounds like your girlfriend feels threatened by your relationship with the truck driver.
Yeah, I might be threatened by your relationship with Jace, too.
She wants something from you that she isn't getting, valid or not. She has built resentment. This isn't about food. I think she just wants his attention. Like, she wants more of his attention than
Yeah, it sounds like you're so passionate about your time spent with Jace, and you're not passionate about the things you do with her. It just sounds like she wants you to, really get into the relationship more. Yeah, I don't think she's an asshole for saying it.
I don't know. I feel like I wouldn't say I want you to stop cooking for him. Just like, hey, can we just maybe do 1 or 2 meals when Jace is home and not plan the whole week's menu for when he's home?
Right.
Like, that seems a bit excessive.
Yeah, that's fair. Can
we just tone it down? You're being a little too intense and spending too much time with this other guy. And, yeah.
She might not have said it the most gracefully.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think she said it to a level where it pushes her into asshole territory.
Update.
Oh my god. Okay.
My girlfriend and I are currently on a break. I don't think I consciously realized it, but some part of me must have known how close we were to a breaking point. Otherwise, I don't think I would have written or posted my original question. I was making chicken breast for Jace on Friday. Whenever he gets back from a job, he'll go home and crash for a few hours. I like to time things so his meal is hot and ready when he wakes up. I had left the kitchen while it was cooking, and the oven was off when I came back. Okay, hold on. Time out, because he knows Jace's schedule so well that he has food hot and ready for him when he wakes up. He is a wife.
He's just a wife. He is Jace's wife.
He is a stay-at-home wife for Jace.
I am still not sure if this is going to end with him and Jace kissing.
He's a 1950s housewife for Jace the truck driver. I had left the kitchen while it was cooking, and the oven was off when I came back. I asked my fiancé if she had done it, and she said yes. This resulted in easily the worst fight we've ever had. I ended up asking for the engagement ring back. This goes beyond me feeling unappreciated. This is her actively undermining something I'm passionate about. It feels like contempt.
Jace is gonna come on your honeymoon. Yeah, I think she's not in the wrong
At this
here.
point, is he passionate about the food or about Jace? And his wife is undermining something he's passionate about.
Right?
This is supposed to be a temporary break, but I really don't feel any sadness over not having seen or talked to her for the past few days. I don't know where to go from here. A very big part of me just wants to be done. And that's the end.
That's the end. Oh my god.
Okay, she is a little bit of an asshole for going into the kitchen and just turning off the oven while he's cooking food.
I don't know. It sounds like you pushed her to a breaking point, man.
I feel like that was a childish thing to do, though. Passive-aggressive, just go in and ruin his food and turn off the oven. Like, dude, just...
Jace likes to have his meal right when he wakes up. And now it's gonna be like 30 minutes late because you turned off the oven.
I just feel like she could have done more discussion with him, maybe some couples counseling, instead of going all childish and just sabotaging his cooking for Jace.
Yeah, there's not... how much time was between the original post and the update? Is there any way to check that?
Okay, that update was 9 hours ago, and this was 7 days ago, so about 6 days.
Okay.
6 days between the
6
updates.
days was enough time for him to read comments about the fact that he's clearly having an emotional affair with Jace. There were comments about that, right?
Yeah, there were a lot about, hey, you and Jace.
And he did not reflect on his actions at all.
Mm-mm. Like, not a lot of the comments were in his corner.
No. How could they be? I mean, you're allowed to be friends with Jace. You're allowed to feed Jace. It's going beyond...
Yeah, all of the comments were, dude, it's not about the food. Your girlfriend just wants you to invest as much time into your relationship with her as you are into your relationship with Jace, and she's feeling like, you know...
Yeah.
Pretty much having an emotional affair with some guy who likes food.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Reddit was not really on his side.
Yeah, an emotional affair does not have to have any sort of sexual attraction.
Mm-hmm.
It clearly, it is just you realizing that you're not getting something out of your relationship, and so you're seeking it out over here. And in this case, it's a shared love of food, and I think she's seeing that you aren't putting in the same amount of effort you are over there, and you're not a good fit for each other.
This comment says it pretty well. This sounds less about food and more about the effort and thought you put into this friendship, perhaps making her question if you're prioritizing her in a similar way. Is there something non-food related you put this much energy into doing for your girlfriend? Planning dates, romantic evenings, things you know she likes? I know you enjoy making food for others, but have you taken time to learn how your girlfriend feels most loved and appreciated, and then do/facilitate that for her? Do you have the same level of energy for helping your girlfriend feel grounded and at peace, like he does for Jace, when she's had a rough day at work or in general? He did say he likes to cook for Jace because he wants Jace to feel grounded and at peace when he's home between trucker jobs.
Right.
So I was like, why isn't he doing that for his girlfriend?
I know your girlfriend's picky. Picky people still have a favorite food. You can make a good food for a picky person.
Yeah.
I'm almost a little sad that at the end of that update he didn't say that, like, he gave the ring to Jace or something.
Yeah, I want him and Jace to move in together and him to be Jace's stay-at-home wife.
They seem like they'd make a cute couple.
Right? They're the cutest couple. Why can't they just get together? They obviously love and appreciate each other more than he did his girlfriend.
Jace is already dropping hints about wanting to make you a wife.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna go home to my wife. I think Jace is into it. Definitely into the food.
They've got a very close connection through the food.
Okay, well, hopefully someday we'll get an update that him and Jace are together.
Maybe. Am I the asshole for naming my son the name I had always planned, even after my brother and sister-in-law stole the name?
Ooh, name stealing. I love baby name drama. I'm gonna go not the asshole. It is a little weird because the cousins are gonna have the same name. But not the asshole, it was your name first and they stole it and it's, you know. So you keep the name you want. You've been planning on this name forever. Keep it. Still use it. It's just going to be a little weird at extended family gatherings.
Right. I picked this one because we've done baby name drama before, but this one's like the opposite. The other ones were like, hey, I gave my cousin a fake name. And they used the fake name, and then I switched mine after they stole it. But this one's like, no, I stuck to my guns.
I like that kind of. Don't let them take something that is sentimental to you.
My brother and his wife have every right to name their child whatever they want. They do not own my name. I have no right to dictate to my brother what he names his kid. With that in mind, my husband has a traditional family name that I love. Basically, since he and I were dating and started discussing our future, we agreed that our son would have that name. Oisin.
That's the name?
Oisin.
How do you spell that?
Oisin.
I wonder if that has like a weird,
it's Irish.
Gaelic or Irish or something pronunciation, and it's pronounced different than that.
How to pronounce Oisin? Oh.
Ocean?
Ocean.
Okay. I was like, I'm pretty sure that said ocean, but I wasn't positive, so I didn't want to say it.
It's ocean or ocean.
Ocean? Okay, yeah, I think I've heard ocean too. But ocean.
My husband is Irish. Not in the Boston, my great-great-great-grandfather came over in the 1800s kind of way, in the born in Galway kind of way. Probably didn't even pronounce Galway correctly. I'm so bad at Irish accent.
I don't know.
Neither my family or my sister-in-law have any other connection to Ireland. She got pregnant right around when I did, and her son was born 2 months before ours. They named my nephew Ocean Miguel.
So what, like Irish and Spanish?
I didn't get upset or anything. When my son was born, we named him Ocean Daniel, like I had told her we would be doing. She has flipped out that 2 cousins will have the same name. She is nuts, because half our family is Hispanic, and half of our cousins are named Carlos or Camila.
Okay, so you already got a bunch of cousins with same names.
Yeah, so it was a Hispanic Miguel.
Okay.
She is trying to insist that we call him by his middle name or change his name. I told her to piss off. My mom is staying neutral, but she was very surprised that my brother gave his son an Irish name he knew I was planning on using. She expected him to name him for our late father. Anyways, my husband's family thinks the whole thing is hilarious. My family thinks my sister-in-law is a weirdo, and she thinks I'm an asshole for copying her. Whatever, I'm posting here and sending her the link so she can see outside opinions.
You're not copying her. You picked the name first and she preemptively copied you and stole it. Also, it's really weird that, like, no Irish connection in their family at all.
That's a crazy...
And they stole this very Irish name from an actual Irish person in their family, you know?
They're not even white. Not that you can't pick... I don't really care if you pick a name from a different heritage, personally, but it's weird.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's to grab an Irish name when you don't have any Irish blood. I think some people are gonna call you weird for it, and I bet a lot of people in the comments are gonna.
Yeah.
and just don't steal names.
I know. Why do you want to steal someone else's baby name? Come up with your own.
Especially from your sibling?
Yeah.
It's always a sibling or a cousin doing it. Like, if you're like, well, I was in a baby group, and they really liked the name Ocean, and they used it. Who cares?
Yeah.
You'll never see this person again.
But family, you're going to see them for the rest of your life, and they stole your baby name.
Yeah. If you're that bad at picking names, just ask the person to pick out like a list of names for you.
Yeah. Be like, what was your second pick name? Right? You know, I mean, I know you're going to use Ocean, but do you have any, like, what was your second pick?
Yeah, gimme.
Gimme your second pick name, because I can't come up with anything. I would be super honored if, like, my sister or, you know, whatever, asked me to name their baby because they couldn't come up with a good name.
Absolutely. Baby McBabyface.
No. You totally would have done that. That's why nobody asks you to name their baby.
It's true. No one has ever asked me to name a baby. Is that why?
Yeah. They know that you would go with Baby McBabyface. You're so predictable.
Top comment. Not the asshole. She fucked around and found out by using the name you wanted, expecting you to have to change yours. I love that you didn't let it faze you and named your child as intended. She'll continue to flip out, and you can just continue to repeat. You knew what we were going to name our child. You chose to use the same name, so you knew this in advance. Your decision is not my problem. Not the asshole. You're right, anyone can use a name. That means that even after she used a name that meant nothing to her, but so much to you and your hubby, it's still okay to use that name. Tell the sis she can piss off. You didn't get mad when she took the name you were planning on using. My family is similar. We have 4 Johns, 2 Ricks, who were cousins around the same age, and most women have some variation of the name Anne. And then somebody replied to that, my grandfather was one of 11 children. Every single one of them named their first son after their father. My father literally has almost a dozen cousins with the same name as him.
That's really funny. Am I the asshole for not helping my broke friend because she got a tattoo?
I mean, tattoos are expensive. So I'm assuming it's some sort of financial aid, and you look at them over there getting a tattoo, I would be a little upset about it too, right?
Yeah. One of my friends has been complaining about money a lot recently. It's gotten to the point where 2 days ago she said that she was so broke she wasn't able to afford to eat and was skipping whole days worth of eating because she just had no food. I felt sympathy because I've struggled a lot with finances. I still do a little bit, but not as badly as I used to. Since I'm doing okay enough to right now, I offered to help her out with food. I do a budgeting plan with my meals/meal prep where I use these compartment containers and I'll make 10 portions of 3 different meals every 2 weeks. I rotate the menu based on what's on sale, then I put them into my deep freezer. I have ADHD and this works really well for me.
I'm happy for you. I bought those like Tupperwares with the different containers inside of them, and I don't touch those things.
The compartment.
Yeah, the
Tupperware.
compartment plates.
You used those once.
I hated them.
I have a bit of extra meal stock at the moment because I don't always eat all of the prepared trays before I make the next batch, since I always do it every 2 weeks. I have around 25 extra meals in my freezer right now. Since I have extra, I was originally just going to not meal prep at the start of next week, but instead I decided to offer to drop my friend off some of my surplus so she had something to eat.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to drop it off today after work, but right when I was getting off work, I was watching Snapchat stories and saw she posted one. She went and got a tattoo today as part of a Friday the 13th flash thing. I'm familiar with the artist who did the tat because I recognized their flash from their Instagram. I was considering going in for one, but didn't do it because I really don't have the extra money right now. They're all pre-priced prices, and that one is $180.
Not as much as I thought you were going to say, honestly.
Yeah, I thought tattoos, a lot of times they do like the little flash sale things, and they're like little small tattoos that they can do really quickly.
Yeah, it's like a small tattoo, and you get this one, no customization.
Yes.
And like I will say, some of my friends that have like a bunch of tattoos, they will prioritize their tattoo budget over a lot of other things.
Yeah.
I got one buddy whose tattoo artist will just call him when he's like, I have an opening, do you want a tattoo?
And he's like, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, tattoo people are different. They're like, I need more.
Yeah. Once you just decide I need to start collecting these things, that's their collection.
I don't know why, but it kind of pissed me off because she literally just told me about how she was so broke she couldn't afford to eat, but yet was able to pay for a tattoo. When I was struggling financially, I definitely didn't get tattoos. I messaged her about it and asked about how she was able to afford a tattoo, and she basically just said, I'm always able to scrounge up cash for new tattoos.
Yeah, she's just that type of person.
Scrounge up cash for some food then. I then told her that I'm not bringing her those meals because if she has enough for her new tattoo, she must not be that desperate. She freaked out on me and called me a bitch and said I was being classist and that poor people are allowed to have nice things. Which I do agree with, but I feel like it doesn't apply to this situation. But now I feel like an asshole and my friend is mad at me. Am I the asshole?
I think everyone sucks here. Like, once you promised her those meals, I don't think if you're friends, I don't think it's that awful that you, like, drop them off and then maybe don't do it again. If you feel underappreciated, just be like, well, that was a one-time thing, and I'm not happy with how it went.
Okay, my feeling is that this friend that got the tattoo was like, all right, she's going to bring me food. I'm set for the week. I can spend this money on a tattoo because I don't got to buy food this week. So she did that. And now she really doesn't have money for food. And she is going to go hungry this week because she spent her food money on a tattoo because she thought she was getting food from you.
That's exactly my thought, too.
So the friend does kind of suck for like trying to con you out of food so she can use that money for a tattoo. But if she was my friend, I still wouldn't want her to go hungry. I would drop them off this one time, like you said. This is a one-time thing.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it for her again, though, because she does not appreciate it, and she's wasting money on tattoos that she should be spending on food.
Exactly. Like, you learned your lesson about helping her because she's going to be, like, instead of taking that 180 and putting it towards next week's food budget, she's going to take it and just throw it away immediately.
On a tattoo.
On a tattoo. And, like, hey, that's important to her.
This would be my lesson that this friend just does not budget money well. And this is something that they need to deal with and I don't need to get involved in. This is their problem.
Exactly.
They just don't budget well and it's not my problem anymore.
Yeah. I would still give her the meals, though.
Yes, I would this one time. Don't want anyone to go hungry.
Yeah. And if you both follow the artist, I bet it's a cool tattoo.
NTA, if she's always able to scrounge up cash for new tattoos, she should be able to scrounge up cash for food too. It sounds as if she was just giving you a sob story to get something for nothing. Or she had $180 put aside for food, but figured she conned OP and maybe others into feeding her for the week so she could put the money towards her tattoo. So now she has to find a new way to eat for the week.
I'll bet $180 that that's exactly her logic right there.
LOL, NTA, obviously.
Yeah. Like, I get that she kind of did you dirty. But, no, I think you still feed her.
NTA, someone truly broke and struggling doesn't get a tattoo. Those are way too expensive for someone allegedly skipping meals. Sounds like she's selectively broke when it benefits her, so she can score some freebies and mooch. I do kind of think that too.
No, definitely.
This person sounds like a moocher.
I'm not saying she's not a moocher.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying you gave her a situation where she could re-budget some of her cash, and then you shifted her budget around spontaneously.
Everyone on Reddit is saying NTA, and, you know, friend is just making poor money choices and you don't need to support her bad habits.
Yeah.
But I do feel like I would just still drop the food. I can't let someone really legit go hungry.
Especially when you're friends.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like the people in the comments don't have any friends.
Yeah.
Because they're always like, just cut them off. Just cut them off. Let them starve. Like, no, sometimes you gotta give and take a little. And sometimes you give a little more than you take.
But yeah, I would be mad.
Oh, I'd be mad.
I would be so mad. But
I might hand them to her and be like, you bitch.
Be like, if you have money for a tattoo, this is never happening again. Here's your food, though.
Yeah, give her a little lecture, but I would still give them the food. Am I the asshole for giving my daughter $60 a week, but my son nothing?
Yeah, that sounds like an asshole move. You gotta be fair between your kids. Okay, but is there a reason? What is his justification?
I, 45 female, have 2 kids, 17 female and 15 male. We moved earlier this year to be closer to my parents, as my parents' health is declining. My daughter was excited about the move, but my son has struggled to adjust. Due to the move, my job shifted to hybrid, and I needed a work-from-home setup. My bedroom is too small, and the only options were the lounge or one of the kids' rooms during school hours. I proposed this to them. My son flat out refused. No way in hell. But my daughter offered her room and half joked about charging me rent for the space.
Okay, I do get the son not wanting mom in your personal space while you're not there all day.
Right.
You don't want to share your room. As a teenage boy, you don't want to share your room with your mom.
No.
I feel like that is totally legit. It's very nice of the daughter to be okay to share her room with her mom.
Yeah, I agree. As a teenager, you don't really want your mom hanging out in your room while you're not there. I thought it was fair, as I get a $20 a day work-from-home allowance. I agreed to give it to her if she was okay with me setting up a small office in her room. I work from 8:30 to 5, and she usually starts homework right after I finish, so it's worked out well. Now the issue. My son is pissed that his sister is getting $60. I don't do regular allowances, just canteen money, about $10 a week, and other needs as they come up. I told him he had the same opportunity and was now shit out of luck. He got angry and brought up the move, saying he never gets to see his friends. For the record, I drive them back to visit every 2 weeks for visits. I told him I understood his feelings, but said I wouldn't tolerate being spoken to like shit. He then started an argument with his sister too, going in on her for being an opportunistic bitch, and she called him a whiny little asshole. Everyone in this family has a mouth.
Aw, siblings. Sibling love.
To cool off, I offered one of them the option to stay at their grandparents for the night, not as a punishment, but to break the tension. My son opted to go, and while dropping him off, my mom told me I was favoring my daughter and should be paying them equally. My dad disagreed, saying my son had the chance and was shit out of luck. Am I the asshole?
NTA, but you are building resentment in your son.
I feel like offering the extra money after she accepted. It's kind of like a gotcha.
Yeah, a little bit. Like, he might have been more open to the idea if he knew he'd be getting $70 a week for it.
Yeah, would I let my mom into my personal space as a teenage boy for, cash?
Yeah.
Maybe. I can hide my weed somewhere else. I don't know.
Yeah, so I do feel a little bit for the son because, yeah, he didn't know there would be monetary compensation for it. Now the sister's making out. She's making, what's 70 times 4? She's making $280 a month. That's pretty good for a teenager, you know?
Yeah, you get $10 from the canteen money and then $60 on top of that.
Okay, so son is getting $40 a month and daughter is getting $280 a month. That is a huge difference.
Right.
But the sister is giving up her personal space and her privacy in her home. So she kind of deserves the money. What I think you need to do is find something that your son can do to also earn some money.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if he's going to be open to that because it feels like the sister is getting money for doing no work. Whereas, like, if you're like, hey, if you want to do chores to earn extra money, he's like, but I don't want to work.
Yeah.
You know? So I don't know if there's a fair compromise. Also, you don't want to move your office back and forth between the two rooms and pay both of them equally. You know? Like, that's not convenient.
I just think it's weird to set up in somebody else's bedroom, personally.
If it's the only space you got.
I know, but, like...
Sacrifices must be made.
Yeah, it's hard to say that, like, because the other options were the lounge or one of the kids' rooms. You just pick the lounge, right?
Yeah,
like,
that's what I would do, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like after the kids get home from school, they're too noisy for her to work in the lounge.
That's possible.
Can't
I mean, I've been...
Go to your rooms!
I've been in video conference calls with that, like, with that person, though, where they're, like, have to be like, I'll be right back, and then they shoo their children out of the room.
But also, it sounds like the son has a lot of resentment due to the move.
Yes.
You made him leave his friends. So he's already resenting you, and now looks like, to him, you're favoring the sister. You gotta do something to make your son feel a little more loved. Maybe he needs some therapy or counseling.
Mm-hmm.
See, he's not dealing with the move well.
And then she did make an edit to the post to clarify a few things.
Okay.
The conversation took place over the course of the afternoon, and I didn't immediately agree to the deal with my daughter. I offered it to my son first, who reiterated, hell no, and get the fuck out of my room. I also should mention the reason I have the smallest room is due to the lack of insulation in the ceiling and flooring making it damp, and as we're headed into winter, I wasn't sending either of the kids in there. The room also fits a single bed and a set of drawers, with essentially no other space at all. We own the house in Auckland, New Zealand, and I don't have the spare cash to get it insulated at the moment, or even fit any of my equipment to work from home in there.
Okay. So it sounds like she took the worst room so that her kids could have the nicer rooms, which is, you know.
It also sounds like she could take that $20 a day allowance and get some insulation.
Yeah, maybe that's the thing to do.
Like, that's perfectly within the reasonable bounds of it, in my opinion.
Yeah.
If you're going to give it as rent to your daughter, you might as well make that change.
It's a work from home thing. It's to compensate you so that you can make a space to work in your home.
Yeah. So I feel like it's not that crazy to be like, well, I'll just go buy
some
$400 worth of insulation and I'll have it paid back to me in a couple months of work.
Yeah, but then there's still no room in there for her stuff.
But then you put one of the kids in there.
Which kid? Who gets stuck with the small, crappy room?
I don't know.
Then you're playing favorites. Or do it like my family and you rotate once a year. Every September, all the rooms get rotated.
Mm-hmm.
So nobody gets the big room forever.
Well, I mean, daughter's 17 and son is 15. Mm-hmm. Stick the daughter in the big room and she'll probably go to college in a year.
Yeah.
And then son can move into it. I don't know. I feel like her logic is weird.
I was going to say, I guess it works for them, though, but it's not working.
It's not working for them, no.
It's creating tension.
Most of the comments are essentially leaning asshole towards her because she is giving such, like, $3,000 a year to her daughter.
Yeah,
which is a lot of money as a teenager. Also, there's a few people in the comments saying that she's, like, shifting her story around a bit because she didn't mention up front that she offered it to her son as well. But mostly, it's just the fact that your son is clearly not happy, and you're giving so much money to your daughter, you need to equally treat your kids, even if you feel like you, for some reason, need to rent a room in your own house.
Yeah.
Also get insulation. Just get the damn insulation. What are you doing? Insulation is not that expensive. All right, well, that's our last story for this week. Thanks for tuning in to Josh and Kristie Stealing the Internet.
We'll see you next week with a new episode. Bye!
Later.